Good morning, my friends. It is Monday, May 11th at 7:18 a.m. and my name is Melissa from Melissa's Struggling Walk with Jesus. I'm here using the Amplified Holy Bible, the Navigator's Bible reading plan to share the Word of God with you. I'm working out of month 9 in the Old Testament in the book of Isaiah. In this video, I will be sharing chapters 34 to 36. Chapter 34 starts out with God's wrath against nations. Come near, you nations, to hear and listen, O peoples. Let the earth and all that is in it hear, and the world and all that comes forth from it. 2. For the Lord is angry at all the nations, and his wrath is against all their armies. He has utterly doomed them, and he has given them over to slaughter. 3. So their slain will be thrown out, and the stench of their corpses will rise, and the mountains will flow with their blood. 4. All the host of heavens will be dissolved, and the skies will be rolled up like a scroll. All their host, the stars and the planets will also wither away, as a leaf withers from the vine, and as a fig withers from the fig tree. Check out Revelations chapter 6, verses 13 and 14. 5. For my sword is satiated with blood in heaven. Indeed, it will come down for judgment on Edom, and on the people whom I have doomed for destruction. Check out Obadiah chapter 8 through 21. Verses 8 through 21. 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood from sacrifices. It drips with fat, with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Bozrah, Edom's capital city, and a great slaughter in the land of Edom. 7. Wild oxen will also fall with them, and the young bulls with the strong bulls. And the land will be soaked with blood, and their dust made greasy with fat. 8. For the Lord has a day of vengeance, a year of tribulation for the cause of Zion. 9. The streams of Edom will be turned into pitch, and its dust into brimstone, and its land will become burning pitch. 10. The burning will not be quenched night or day. Its smoke will go up forever. From generation to generation it will lie in ruins. No one will ever again pass through it. Check out Revelations chapter 19, verse 3. 11. But the pelican and the porcupine will take possession of it. The owl and the raven will dwell in it, and he will stretch over it, Edom, the measuring line of desolation, and a plumb line of emptiness. 12. Its nobles. There is no one there whom they may proclaim king, and all its princes will be nothing. 13. Thorns will come up in its fortified palaces, nettles and brambles in its fortified cities. It will be a haunt for jackals, an abode for ostriches. 14. The creatures of the desert will encounter jackals, and the hairy goat will call on its kind. Indeed, Lilith, the night demon, will settle there and find herself a place of rest. 15. There the arrow snake will make her nest and lay her eggs, and hatch them and gather her young under her protection. Indeed, the birds of prey will be gathered there to breed, every one with its own kind. 16. Seek from the book of the Lord and read. Not one of these creatures will be missing. None will lack its mate. For his mouth has commanded, and his spirit has gathered them. 17. The Lord has cast the lot for them, and his hand has divided and apportioned Edom to the wild beasts by measuring line. They will possess it forever. From generation to generation they will dwell in it. So we're going to move on to chapter 35. The title is Zion's Joyful Future. So the wilderness and the dry land will be glad. The air above the desert will shout in exultation and blossom like the autumn crocus. 2. It will blossom abundantly and rejoice with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon will be given to it. the majesty of Mount Carmel and the plain of Sharon. They will see the glory of the Lord, the majesty and splendor of our God. 3. Encourage the exhausted and make staggering knees firm. Check out Hebrews chapter 12, verse 12. 4. Say to those with an anxious and panic-stricken heart, be strong, fear not, indeed. Your God will come with vengeance for the ungodly. The retribution of God will come, but he will save you. 5. Then the eyes of the blind will be opened, and the ears of the deaf will be unstopped. 6. Then the lame will leap like a deer, and the tongue of the mute will shout for joy. For waters will break forth in the wilderness, and streams in the desert. Check out Matthew chapter 11, verse 5. 7. And the burning sand, the mirage, will become a pool of water, and the thirsty ground springs of water, in the haunt of jackals where they lay resting. Grass becomes reeds and rushes. 8. A highway will be there, and a roadway, and it will be called the Holy Way. The unclean will not travel on it, but it will be for those who walk on the way, the redeemed, and fools will not wander on it. 9. No lion will be there, nor will any predatory animal come upon it. They will not be found there, but the redeemed will walk there. 10. And the ransomed of the Lord will return and come to Zion with shouts of jubilation. And everlasting joy will be upon their heads, and they will find joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing will flee away. So we're going to move on to chapter 36. The title is Sennacherib Invades Judah. Now in the 14th year of King Hezekiah, Sennacherib, king of Assyria, came up against all the fortified cities of Judah and conquered them. Check out 2 Kings chapter 18, verse 13, and verses 17 through 37, and 2 Chronicles chapter 32, verses 9 through 19. Verse 2. And the king of Assyria sent the Rabshakeh, his military commander from Lachish, the Judean fortress, commanding the road from Egypt, to King Hezekiah at Jerusalem with a large army. And he stood by the canal of the upper pool on the highway to the fuller's field. 3. Then Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, who was in charge of the royal household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah the son of Asaph, the recording historian, came out to meet him. 4. Then the Rabshakeh said to them, Say to Hezekiah, this is what the great king, the king of Assyria, says. What is the reason for this confidence that you have? 5. I say, your plan and strength for the war are only empty words. Now on whom do you trust and on whom do you rely that you have rebelled against me? Check out 2 Kings chapter 18, verse 7. Verse 6. Listen carefully. You rely on the staff of this broken reed, Egypt, which will pierce the land of any man who leans on it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all who rely on him. 7. But if you say to me, we trust and rely on the Lord our God, is it not he whose high places and whose altars Hezekiah has taken away? Say unto Judah and to Jerusalem, you shall worship before this altar. Check out 2 Kings chapter 18, verses 4 and 5. 8. So now exchange pledges with my master, the king of Assyria, and I will give you 2,000 horses, if you are able on your part to put riders on them. 9. How then can you repulse the attack of a single commander of the least of my master's servants, and rely on Egypt for chariots and for horsemen? 10. Moreover, is it without the Lord that I have now come up against this land to destroy it? The Lord said to me, go up against this land and destroy it. 11. Then Eliakim and Shebna and Joah said to the Rabshakeh, please speak to your servants in Aramaic, because we understand it. And do not speak to us in Judean Hebrew in the hearing of the people who are stationed on the wall. 12. But the Rabshakeh said, Has my master sent me to speak these words only to your master and to you, and not to the men sitting on the wall, doomed to eat their own dung and drink their own urine with you? 13. Then the Rabshakeh stood and called out with a loud voice in Judean Hebrew, Hear the words of the great king, the king of Assyria. 14. This is what the king says. Do not let Hezekiah deceive you, for he will not be able to rescue you. 15. Nor let Hezekiah make you trust in the Lord, saying, The Lord will most certainly rescue us. This city will not be given into the hand of the king of Assyria. 16. Do not listen to Hezekiah, for this is what the king of Assyria says. Make peace with me and come out to me, and each one of you will eat from his own vine, and each from his own fig tree. And each one of you drink from the water of his own cistern. 17. Until I come and take you away to a land like your own land, a land of grain and new wine, a land of bread and vineyards. 18. Beware that Hezekiah does not mislead you by saying, The Lord will rescue us. Has any one of the gods of the nations ever rescued his hand from the hand of the king of Assyria? 19. Where are the gods of Hamath and Arpad and Aram? Where are the gods of Sepharvaim? And when have they rescued Samaria from my hand? 20. Who among all the gods of these lands have rescued their land from my hand, that you should think that the Lord would rescue Jerusalem from my hand? 21. But they kept silent and did not say a word to him in reply, for King Hezekiah's command was, Do not answer him. 22. Then Eliakim the son of Hilkiah, who was in charge of the household, and Shebna the scribe, and Joah the son of Asaph, the recording historian, came to Hezekiah with their clothes torn in grief, and told him the words of the Rabshakeh, the Assyrian commander.